Friday, July 17th. All fans will take home the new Mets black cap free.
This is a good-looking cap.
For tickets, call 718-507-TIXX.
Show up at Shea for Cap Day, sponsored by Sharp Electronics.
Well, the Bobbinhead Dolls have had a lot to do bobbing about here at Shea Stadium tonight in the first game of this Subway Series. So the Mets now on top 3-2 as they use the long ball to take the lead. Our new Dodge quiz, speaking of home runs, who hit the most home runs in New York City? Willie, Mickey, the Duke, or none of the above?
I think I know the answer to that, or at least I'm going to guess. Not now.
He's hit more home runs at Shea than anyone else.
Yeah.
Darryl Strawberry.
I think that's a trick question.
I do too.
Yep.
Because it's in New York, right?
Yep.
Al Leiter against Raines. Raines is singled and grounded out. Raines, Jorge Posada, and Chad Curtis due up for the Yankees as we go to the sixth inning with the Mets on top 3-2. Leiter 1 walk, 4 strikeouts so far in the game. Two-strike count on Raines.
No, it's not Willie Mays, because Willie came up in 51, and the Giants moved after the 57 season. And then he came into New York, of course, as a member of the San Francisco Giants.
Two-strike count. And in the dirt, Piazza blocking that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Raines. Governor of the state of New Jersey, Christine Whitman, is on hand tonight. We've been down there with Nelson Doubleday, co-owner of the New York Mets. Strike 3 called. Outside corner, and Raines didn't like that one.
That's what happens to right-handed batters. They become so conscious of that ball inside. You can almost see the body language of Raines. That pitch could have been outside, but very, very close. The point is that you're inside, and now all of a sudden that fastball away looks like it's twice the plate away.
Ed Rapuano, home plate umpire tonight. Jorge Posada, as Timmy mentioned earlier, has had great start here. Tino Martinez out, so he's in at first base, and he's had 2 singles and an RBI. He came in with just 2 hits in his last 17 at-bats. There's Martinez, obviously available on the bench, but not to start in this game. 1 ball, 1 strike count on Posada. 5 strikeouts now for both Leiter and Irabu. Difference, the home runs off Irabu. 2 in that last inning, McRae and Edgardo Alfonzo. That is a fair ball. Posada continues his night. Gilkey over to get it. He'll try for 2, and he'll go in standing.
Center fielder Chad Curtis.
This ball had a lot of topspin on it. It's that in-between hop, and to try to backhand this ball could be murder on an infielder. Alfonso diving over it. Ball stayed down, and a double for Posada, his 8th of the year.
3 for 3 for Jorge Posada. 1-out double. 6th inning. Potential tying run on at second base for the Yankees. And Chad Curtis, who is lined into a double play and popped out, denied an RBI in that second inning on the great play made by Ray Ordonez against him. Got another RBI opportunity here. Ball 1 up high.
Leiter has stayed inside to get Curtis twice. Once on a pop-up and once on that double play, the near triple play in the second inning. If you're a right-hander, you've got to sit on that pitch inside.
4 for 21 against Leiter. Went away that time with a changeup and a 2-0 count on Chad Curtis. Change up the pitch. Timmy and I were talking with him in spring training with Al Leiter about that. I mean, that's the pitch he's tried to develop here in the off season and use this year to show something different. Behind in the count here, though, 2-0. Leiter a 1.60 earned run average coming into this game. Foul tipped off the end of the bat. 2-1.
How about that? 2 change-ups in a row. The 1-0 change-up misses, comes right back with it. See, by doing that, now you establish that fastball back inside. A 2-0 change-up by Al Leiter. You can see Piazza sitting away. Curtis out in front.
Leiter on a 6-game win streak coming into this game. 2-1 delivery, way up high. That's a jumping up to get that one, and a 3-1 count on Chad Curtis. Leiter only 1 walk so far in this game. He has walked as many as 5. In fact, those 5 walks came in the last outing against Florida. And he won 3-2. Check at second and the 3-1 here. Edgardo Alfonso looks the runner back. Curtis retired.
That was another changeup. There were 5 pitches thrown to Chad Curtis in that sequence, including a 1-0, 2-0, and a 3-1 changeup. Curtis out in front. That's just smart pitching by Al Leiter. Remember, the count was 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the changeup fouled away on a 2-0 count. And now on the 3-1 pitch, he misses with the fastball. We were saying that Curtis probably sitting on that fastball inside. Look at Piazza sitting away. Changeup rounded to third. Fine piece of pitching by Al Leiter.
Now 2 down. Still on at second base, Posada. And Scott Brocious, who has struck out and popped up. Brocious, though, a big-time hitter against left-handers. Yankees have the number 2 and number 3 hitters in the American League off left-handers in Jeter and Brocious.
I mean, Scott Brocious has been a godsend to the New York Yankees. He's played in all but 3 games, 69 out of 72 games this year. Look at his road record, 100 points higher than at Yankee Stadium. 48 RBIs for a guy who's hitting the 7, 8, and 9 hole for the Yankees.
393 off left-handers, and he proves it. Base hit. Posada comes home, and we're tied again. 3-3.
Catcher Joe Girardi.
Posada scores.
Those 2-out RBIs are RBIs where you have to produce a hit for the most part to get the run in. Not a cheapie. No sac fly, no ground out early with the infield back. You must get the hit, and Brocious did once again. 49 ribbies for Brocious.
Timmy, at this time last year, he had 18 RBIs and was hitting 195.
Well, the New York pressure's really gotten to him.
He can't play in this city, I'll tell you that right now. Game tied at 3, 7 hits off Leiter. Fly ball right field, Joe Girardi backs Husky up. It's in the yard. But the Yankees pick up a run on 2 hits. They leave a base runner on. They've come back to tie this game up, and we'll come back after this from Sprint.
You see, David, I feel your feelings betray a feeling I felt about your feelings. And I felt our feelings had grown beyond feeling this way. What you felt...
Let's face it, you're not always clear on a cellular phone. But now there's Sprint PCS, the only nationwide all-digital network for a new level of clarity.
I'm going to Mexico with Brad.
Sprint PCS,
It's only for 2 weeks.
the clear alternative to cellular.
Lots and lots of Yankee fans. Obviously here, as Met fans were at Yankee Stadium last year. 3 games in the Subway Series, and the other 2 are anything like this one. Ooh, it's going to live up to expectations.
Really a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It really is.
Great excitement. Mike Piazza leads it off against Arabu. Timmy and I were looking here at the home runs, 2 in this game off Arabu. He gave up 3 in 3 innings in his last outing against Cleveland.
That was last Sunday night when he worked only 3 innings. His worst outing of the year, 5 earned runs.
A nasty movement down on that one, 1-1.
That was a wicked splitter to Piazza.
1 ball, 1 strike. Mike Piazza has grounded out and drawn a walk for his last 9. Fastball right there that time, 1-2.
This is that 1 ball and no strike splitter to Piazza. Boy, that thing really went down from the mezzanine to the lobby.
1-2, foul back. Piazza has said he wants to catch virtually every game, and in fact, since coming over, that's about what he's done. But he too may need to take a day off once in a while and just recoup a little.
Did have that 1 day off in Florida after he hyperextended that right arm.
That one to right field. Paul O'Neill back, can't get it. Piazza makes the turn on his way to second base. Looks like a playable ball for Paul O'Neill, but he never got it lined up.
Well, that's the Mike Piazza the Mets remember facing with the Dodgers. He is so strong the other way. He just hits this ball with his arms. A splitter on the outside corner. Flat-foots it. And that ball just takes off. Takes a lot of strength to do that, particularly the other way.
So Piazza has a double. 7 of those coming with the Mets. John Olerud, 4 hits off to Rabu, and a strike to Olerud, was hit into a double play and struck out in this game. Olerud, he's got a base hit. Piazza will make the turn. Chad Curtis up with the ball. Throw, and Piazza holds. Missed the cutoff man, but Olerud's got to stay at first. 2 on, nobody out.
No way you're going to send Piazza momentarily frozen right there. It was a line drive. Curtis does miss the cutoff man. However, you could miss the cutoff man with John Olerud running because John's not a fast runner. Cookie Rojas telling Olerud to watch the fake to third and the throw back to first base.
5 hits off Irabu. Game tied at 3. Mets threatening here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Yankees have scored 1 in the 4th, 5th, and 6th. Yankees got 1 in the 1st, 2 more in the 5th, and threatening here. Mayorga's 0 for 2. Breaking ball.
What Cookie Rojas was telling Piazza, a ground ball to the third baseman, Brocious, stay. A ground ball to the middle of the infield, go. They'll go for 2 to the middle. They'll only go for home if the ball's hit to Brocious at third.
Carlos Baerga. Breaking ball. Inside. Did he go? Yes. Home plate umpire Ed Rapuano making the call.
You know, the one thing the Mets have a difficult time doing, hitting a sacrifice fly. I mean, how infrequent have sacrifice flies been with this ball club?
1-1 delivery. Baerga to first. Tag made. They go to second of the rundown. A run will score. And the tag put on by Jeter.
Now that's inexperience at first base. If you tag first and come home, then you get Piazza.
Right fielder Butch Muskie.
Posada with a cannon for an arm. He turns his back to home plate. Piazza running all the way, and Joe Torre understanding that there is no way with his inexperience. Watch him turn his back. Now he loses the vision of Piazza. But if you step on first and then throw home, you have Piazza easily.
Because Piazza hesitated. He was not going on contact.
Obviously, it would have been a tag play at home as it is here. They got 2, but the wrong 2.
So the Mets are back on top 4-3. But Piazza, you see on that ground ball, easily scores with the play going to second. Husky fouls it back, and the Mets have a 4-3 lead.
Just 2 killer double plays the Mets have hit into. Once with the bases loaded, nobody out. And now with first and third and nobody out. They really have a difficult time lifting the ball with a runner at third in less than 2.
Husky had no trouble going down, however, on the pitch by Arabu. 1-2 count.
That's a breaking ball right there. Fans overreacting.
And he puts one right over the head of Arabu. Husky's got a base hit. 2-out single.
Center fielder Brian McRae.
Even if it was an overreaction, it does make a hitter feel good when he goes down and then hits one back through the middle. As Joe Torre, used to managing in the National League, will make a double switch and take Arabu out of the game. Woo! Husky went down, and so did Arabu.
Payback time. Arabu goes 5 2/3, gives up 6 hits. He can't win this game. Tino Martinez in the double switch will come on to play at first base. And Mendoza's coming out of the bullpen. This call to the pen brought to you by OmniPoint.
I'd like...
Tino Martinez comes in the game, and we are unsure whether he will hit 8th or 9th, because this is a rare rendition of a double switch. Jorge Posada moves from first to behind the plate. Joe Girardi, who was scheduled to lead off, I beg your pardon, Joe Girardi made the last out in the 6th inning. So Mendoza will hit 8th, and Martinez will hit 9th to lead off the 7th, and Posada stays in the ballgame.
26-year-old right-hander, hard thrower, sinking fastball, slider. But he relies on that fastball to get ground ball out. It's a good 90-plus mile-an-hour fastball that Mario Mendoza throws. Not many of the Mets have had a chance to see Mendoza from the plate. And Arabu, 5 2/3, giving up the 6 hits and the 4 Met runs, and responsible for Butch Husky on at first base. So he leaves the game not having won in his last 2 starts, and he's not going to win this one either. Could be the loser. Brian McRae, 2 down. Mendoza's pitch in the dirt blocked. Posada. And a strike called.
Not too often do you see a first baseman move behind the plate as your #1 catcher. That's what Posada is. Keep that strong bat. He's 3 for 3 on the night.
Wow. Nasty off-speed pitch right there. 2-strike count.
Ramiro Mendoza is a starter. He's a starter who's in the bullpen. The Yankees have a problem in that they have too many starters. They have 6. When El Duque, Orlando Hernandez, came up, he was inserted in the starting rotation. Mendoza to the bullpen.
And he got him. Made quick work of that. So McRae, who had a home run his last time up, a strikeout victim here. But the Mets will add another run on 3 hits. They leave a base runner on, and the Mets are up 4-3. Back after this from McDonald. There's the line. 4-6-0 for the Mets, 3-7-0 for the Yankees. As we go to the 7th inning. Our new Dodge quiz. Most home runs hit in New York City. Willie, Mickey, Duke, or somebody else?
Mel Ott.
Mel Ott. Answer is Mel Ott.
All right.
You are invited to tomorrow's game here at Shea.
You win a new car.
A new
I
car.
always used to like that. You win a new car. What kind of car is it? It's just a car.
It's an Aflac.
Yeah, a car.
Tino Martinez will get his first at bat here. And takes a strike from Al Leiter.
Tino probably saying to himself, I waited all night for this to come in and face this nasty left-hander.
Seesawing ball game. Fouls that one off, and Leiter quickly up on the count here. Martinez 213 off left-handed pitchers this year. Top of the order, Knobloch and Jeter to follow. Tino Martinez. Leiter's walked only one, struck out 5, and hit a batter. Yankees have been retired in order only once, and that was back in the first inning. And Martinez wants a timeout.
Now, Lott hit more home runs in his home park than anybody in the history of the game. Polo grounds.
Polo grounds. And Leiter taking too long as far as Martinez is concerned, so he asks for timeout again. He's had only 5 hits in his last 43 at-bats. A lot of that going back to the pitch he took in the back from Benitez against Baltimore. Whether or not that's affected him or not, he says no. Torrey wonders. And his numbers against Leiter. He had an MRI on that right shoulder taken here in New York. Again, he says he's okay and there's nothing wrong with that right shoulder. But it does look like he's not driving the ball. Joe Torre says not driving the ball the way he did before.
Not getting a lot of extension. Finishing the swing.
2-ball, 2-strike pitch to him.
When a left-handed batter in particular finishes a swing, see a guy like Darryl Strawberry or something, that right arm is straight. Tino Martinez, the right arm's just a little crooked, and that's what mean and Joe Torre means by no extension.
And Leiter gets the strikeout, number 6. Martinez the first out here in the 7th inning.
Second baseman Chuck Knobloch.
Out of the strike zone. Of course, you really can't tell right there because that was a bad pitch. Tough to judge whether he got extension on that. That was just a nasty cut fastball in the dirt.
Knobloch, RBI single. His last time up was walked and flied out to left field. That's on top 4-3 here in the 7th. In the opener of the Subway Series, and it has been an outstanding ball game. The Yankees have had to battle back all night long here. They've been able to do it, but not to get on top. And a strike on the inside corner.
I think pitching a baseball isn't a great business. What other business can you be in and have nasty and be called nasty and have it be the supreme compliment?
Leiter gets that said a lot about him.
Yeah.
1-1. That's one right there. 1-2 on Knobloch.
Nasty.
The whole barn door to hit that one. Net fans applauding for the K on the 1-2 delivery. Teased him with one away, didn't bite. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rabu's final line, the 4 runs on 6 hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. And that missed inside, and the count goes full. 3-2 on Knobloch with 1 away and nobody on. Derek Jeter's on deck. 3-2. And they'll have to do it again. Leiter, in winning his last 6 games, had an ERA of 1.43 over those 6. And he's been virtually unhittable up to 103 now in this game. Again, the 3-2 delivery. And a walk. So Knobloch for the second time draws a walk. Those are the 2 given up by Leiter. This one with 1 down.
Derek Jeter.
Today's game brought to you by Budweiser. Brewery Fresh Budweiser, the official beer of Major League Baseball. So the Yankees again. Base runner on here in the 7th inning. Leiter's had to work throughout this game with somebody on base. Derek Jeter's had an 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice and lined out 3 for his last 20. We've often mentioned to score runs, you got to get on base. And that on-base percentage of the Yankees, 371. You see the average, 336. Those are the top 4 in the majors. Yankees, Rangers, Astros, and Giants. Another throw over to first base.
That's why Knobloch is such a valuable asset to the Yankees, even though he has not hit like he did in Minnesota. His on-base average is superb. Notice the 3-2 pitch, he fouled off, and then he got the ball from Leiter. In order to have a good on-base percentage, you have to make contact with 2 strikes a lot. Foul off the tough pitches, and Knobloch does that.
Jeter still waiting. All these throws over being called, of course, from the dugout. Knobloch, outstanding base stealer here. Jeter up and 1 down. The Yankees down a run in the 7th. Same pitch, down and in, strike 1 on Jeter. Fell all the way across the plate on that one.
Derek has not gotten the ball out of the infield against Leiter tonight.
Batting .309 on the year for Jeter. 24 years old today. Went outside corner. Boy, those 2 pitches. Oh. Derek's smiling.
Yeah, Derek's smiling, saying, hey, you wouldn't hit it either. And I agree with him. Nobody's going to hit those 2 pitches. Down and in, then down and away.
2-strike count, 1 down. Knobloch off first. Piazza trying to find it. Knobloch doesn't go. And it's a 1-2 count on Derek Jeter. He saw more pitches last year than any other American League hitter. That's the kind of eye he's got, how tough he is fighting off those tough pitches.
That's exactly right. With 2 strikes, he fouls them off, fouls them off, fouls them off, like Knobloch. Similar hitters in that regard.
2 very tough hitters for a pitcher at the top of that Yankee order. 1-2 delivery. Outside with it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Paul O'Neill on deck. Fans aren't into this game too much, are they? Every pitch draws a reaction. 2-2 count. Full count, 3-2 as this battle goes on.
Knobloch from 1-2 to 3-2. Foul the ball off. Drew the walk. Jeter 0-2. Now it's 3-2. Mets
are leading 4-3. Every lead tonight has been a tenuous one for both teams. 3-2. Knobloch goes. Olerud over. Leiter's got to hurry. He won't get there.
huge mistake by Al Leiter. He did not cover. What happens for a left-hander, particularly one who throws that cut fastball? Looks like Leiter may have hurt himself, as a matter of fact. What happens is his momentum carries him toward third base. He tried to regain his balance and late in covering. Right there, you see him go toward third base, and he may have hurt himself. Looks like a groin pull. And of all the guys on the Mets team, the one guy they cannot afford to lose along those lines is Al Leiter.
Timmy, it looked like it was right there on that stutter step he took, going over to first base.
There are left-handers who have that problem because their momentum and all that torque and force carry them toward the third base line, right there. So now he has to get himself righted and try to cover, and he not only doesn't cover in time, as Jeter has an infield hit, but Al may have hurt himself in the process.
See him pull up short.
Yeah.
Fred Hina, the trainer, out there. Mets bullpen, of course, was not active before, but Rojas, right-hander, Brian Bohannon, left-hander, and that's it for Leiter. Try to pitch, can't do it. That's a big timeout for the Mets. Major League leading ERA pitcher Al Leiter comes out of this game, and you see how tentatively he goes down those steps with what looks like a groin pull. He leaves leading 4-3. The Mets will now go to the bullpen, and of course whoever comes on here, and it's Mel Rojas, will have as much time as he needs to get ready. We'll be back after this from Ginsano.
Since Mel Rojas entered the game, Willie Randolph, who was a superb base runner, I mean an excellent base runner, has been talking to Chuck Knobloch, one would assume, about two things: Al Leiter's move and how difficult it was with John Olerud, that mobile first baseman as he is, and now what to do with Mel Rojas out there with that big leg kick. He throws the splitter. In order for it to be effective, it's got to be down. He throws a high fastball. The one thing that would thwart a steal in this situation, O'Neill's a left-handed batter, and it's easier, much easier for a catcher to throw with a left-handed batter up there to third base because he's got the path clear for him.
There are the numbers on Mel Rojas, who comes on having worked a couple of days ago against Baltimore. 2/3 of an inning, had zeros across on the line that day. But now of longer concern is Al Leiter's condition, that boy, he really went gingerly off the field and to the dressing room.
Why wouldn't you bring Bohannon in a situation like this? You got Mel Rojas, a right-hander. You've got Bohannon warm. You got on deck. He's talking about Al right there. That's Brian Bohannon. Looked like he was pointing to his left leg, almost questioning what was wrong with Al. That's Turk Wendell.
You got Paul O'Neill.
I beg your pardon, Randy Neiman, the bullpen coach.
With Paul O'Neill, Timmy, was hitting .360 off right-handers and .273 off left-handers.
Yeah, I mean, you know, why is Bohannon warming up in this situation if you're not going to bring him in?
Paul O'Neill, Yankees trailing by 1, have runners at first and second, Knobloch and Jeter. O'Neill has already singled 1 for 3 in the game. Knobloch a look back at second. Willie Randolph shaking his head, yes, see, I told you. That's just what they were talking about. O'Neill has faced Rojas before, 1 for 5 off Rojas. 2 on, 1 out. First ball hitting left field. It is deep at the wall, guilty. Way back, that far, home run, Paul O'Neill, a 3-run homer, and the Yankees lead at 6-4.
outfielder Tim Raines.
First pitch, splitter. Home run number 10 for O'Neill. And if we talked about it before, we have every right to talk about it after. Why wasn't Bohannon in the ballgame?
O'Neill gives the Yankees the 6-4 lead. Rojas one pitch, and O'Neill, who has had just 2 home runs off left-handers, now has 8 off right-handers. Raines, switch hitter, batting left on Rojas, strike 2. Bohannon watching.
Maybe they don't also serve who only stand and wait.
2-strike count. And Raines will foul that one off outside of first base. The long ball, of course, is what Rojas battled with last year when he came over to the Mets. This year it really settled down. As far as home runs were concerned, that's the first one a left-hander's had off him. And it's only the second home run he's given up all year. Check swing by Raines is fouled off. 58 runs batted in now for Paul O'Neill. A huge blow in this game. And Leiter will be charged with 2 of those runs. That came on the homer. To short, Ray Ordonez. Raines is retired. 1 for 4 now for Tim Raines, and there are 2 down here in the 7th inning.
Catcher Jorge Posada.
Raines out of there. Jorge Posada coming up. Perfect night going. Posada's got a double, 2 singles, an RBI, and a run scored. Yankees now with 6 runs on 9 hits. Lead at 6-4. 9-iron cut there by Posada, strike 1.
You couple with that the fact that Rojas is a fly ball pitcher. In 28 double play opportunities this year, he has thrown 2 ground ball double play balls. There was 1 out, runners on at first and second. Lefty against lefty. You can take it all the way down as far as you want, and Bohannon's got to be in the ball game.
Fastball inside by Rojas, a 1-ball, 2-strike count. So the Yankees in this great first game of 3, back on top by 2 here in the 7th inning. Took something off that one. Rojas gets the strikeout, but the Met fans, a chorus of boos because that man drilled a 3-run homer. Paul O'Neill got it, and the Yankees are on top. Stretch time back after this from Nobody Beats the Wiz. A lonely seat at the end of the bench for Mel Rojas. First pitch delivered. O'Neill driving it out for a 3-run homer and moving into the top 10 in RBIs in the American League. And now the Yankees on top. We go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Now Mendoza becomes the pitcher of record for the Yankees. 26-year-old right-hander on in relief. And Al Leiter is the pitcher of record for the Mets. 5 runs on 8 hits over 6 1/3 off him. 2 walks and 6 strikeouts for Leiter, who had to leave with apparently a groin pull. Ray Ordonez 0 for 2 is hit into a fielder's choice and flied out. Chopper outside of third. That'll take the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Yankees trying to continue their 2-game win streak. Mets have won 3 in a row coming into this Subway Series matchup. Andy Pettitte and Bobby Jones, the starters tomorrow. Orlando Hernandez, El Duque, and Masato Yoshi on Sunday night. Pitch down low, and it goes to 2-2 and Ray Ordonez. another game in which the Mets are going to have to battle back from behind here. The 2-2, big heat. Mendoza gets his second strikeout.
Pitch hitting for Mel Rojas, number 11, Wayne Kirby.
Wayne Kirby announced as the pinch hitter for Rojas. Kirby's done a spectacular job coming off the bench and limited chances since joining the team. 3 for 4 for Wayne Kirby as a pinch hitter. He'd been playing AAA ball prior to being brought over by the New York Mets. And Kirby a chopper to first. Tino Martinez.
Gary, what makes Mendoza so difficult is he throws an overhanded sinker. Normally, particularly right-handed pitchers who have to hold the ball differently than left-handers. Left-handers can't throw a ball straight anyway, as we look at the Nobody Beats the Wiz scoreboard. But most right-handers have to drop down in order to get the ball to sink. Mendoza throws it from 3/4.
Edgardo Alfonzo.
And you're going to hit the top half of the ball more often than not against Mendoza. Everybody knows ground balls don't go out of the ballpark.
Usually into somebody's glove. Toyota American League scoreboard. Strike on the inside corner. Edgardo Alfonzo, home run number 4, came in the 5th inning. And the Mets got 2, one by McRae and one by Alfonzo. But the home run of O'Neill has answered those. 1 ball, 2 strike count on Alfonzo. This is what you want out of a reliever in this situation. Your team just had a big inning, and now he comes in with the first 2 out and a chance to set the Mets down 1, 2, 3.
He has not thrown a ball above the top of the thigh yet.
1-2 here. Breaking ball and just fouled off. He's shown a good off-speed curveball here in the 3 batters he's faced. Mendoza ahead on the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 17th appearance for him. Broken bat, bloop towards right field. O'Neill in, and Mendoza indeed does retire the Mets in order here in the 7th inning. 7 complete. Subway Series at Shea with the Yankees on top. Back after this from Dell Computers.
For 6 straight half innings, both teams scored. However, it's the Yankees who scored all 6 of their runs, 4 through 7, and the Mets tacking on 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th to retake the lead. But the home run by Paul O'Neill, the difference in this ball game. And by the way, folks, Mets ticket office is open late tonight, so you can call now to get Mets tickets for upcoming games. Operators are standing by. The Mets do go out of town after this series. They go to Toronto for continued interleague play, then to Atlanta. Then they're back home after the break for a long, long spell in late July.
Chad Curtis against John Hudak gets the base hit into right field. Slips going around first as Husky gets it back in. So Hudak on for Rojas, and Curtis greets him with a leadoff single here in the 8th inning. That's 10 hits now for the Yankees. You see the numbers. And John Hudak out of the bullpen. Rojas went 2/3 of an inning, charged with a run and a hit, the home run by Paul O'Neill. Scott Brocious, single in the 6th inning. He's 1 for 3 in the game. Olerud will be on the bag at first now, holding Curtis.
Curtis, 12 stolen bases, and the Mets thought he was running there.
Ball 1. Willie Randolph relaying the signs at 3rd. Big house on hand, and they've seen a heck of a ball game here. And far from over the way these teams have both battled back tonight. Foul back, big cut taken that time by Scott Brocious. Brocious came into the season as a .242 career hitter, batting .307. He had 4 home runs all of last year. He's got 7. Mendoza's come out in the on-deck circle. 18 RBIs at this point in the year last year, as you mentioned. Already up to 49. Runner at first, nobody out, 2-1. 2 misses, 3-1. Been out hit 10-6 in this game by the Yankees. Hudek's pitch is up high, and he walked him, so Hudek's in trouble. 2 on for the Yankees here in the 8th with nobody out.
Pitcher Ramiro Mendoza.
Ramiro Mendoza's hitting in the number 8 spot because of the double switch. Tino Martinez, the on-deck batter.
Well, the one thing you can do here with a batter that you know has no bat control, you can put the rotation play on with the surety. Willie Randolph is talking to Mendoza. That's all eyewash. I mean, he may square around and then swing the bat. You got to play this aggressively and try to cut down the lead runner, Chad Curtis. You may get a double play out of this. I would think the Mets would put the wheel play on consistently with Mendoza, the batter.
Mendoza's not been to the plate this year at all, any of the interleague games, and even if he had, not really matter.
Right.
First and second, nobody out. Squares around, runners go, and he got it down. Only plays at first, and they just got it covered by Erga. Getting there very late, but a good job by Mendoza as he gets a sacrifice.
First baseman Tino Martinez.
Wheel play did not work, and the reason for that, it was fielded awkwardly by the wrong guy. Hudek was not supposed to field this ball, but Alfonso was. And now Alfonso sees Hudek make the play. And he ducks. Watch Hudek field this ball off balance. For him to throw to third, there's no way they're going to get Chad Curtis. So even with the wheel play, Martinez gets the job done.
Now 2 runners in scoring position with only 1 away. Hudek is coming out of the ball game after making this play. Tino Martinez is coming up, and the left-hander Brian Bohannon is coming out of the bullpen. We'll see how it works after this from your Tri-State Mitsubishi retailers.
Talking to third base coach Willie Randolph and Chad Curtis while we were away. That's Willie Randolph. And I'm sure he's saying any ground ball, even with the infield in. Now the infield's back. Everybody knows they're going to be playing in. Now they're coming in. That's eyewash.
Tino Martinez takes a strike. Bohannon on.
Everybody knows. I mean, they're 2 runs down in the top of the 8th inning. Why try and trick somebody in that situation? They're in now anyway.
Curtis on at third. Brocious on at second base. 1 out. Randolph talking to Curtis. Tino Martinez takes the pitch down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tino came on in a double switch situation. Struck out against Leiter in his only at bat.
Ground ball right at an infielder. You can bet Chad Curtis will try to score on contact.
Brian Bohannon's pitch is inside. 2-1. Yankees lead at 6-4. We're in the 8th inning. Martinez, as we said, has not hit well against left-handers. Bohannon has actually been hit harder by left-handers than right-handers. 2-1 count on Tino Martinez. Bohannon wants the signs again from Piazza. Infield stays in. 2-1 is outside. 3-1. This is the man Bohannon was brought in really to get here, and Martinez with Chuck Knobloch on deck. was going to stay in and face him anyway, but he really wanted to get it out on Martinez. Now the infield has gone back. Now they charge. Ball 4.
Second baseman Chuck Knobloch.
So Bohannon walks the first batter he faces. They are loaded, and Chuck Knobloch coming up.
It was a 3-1 situation where Baerga was actually back.
Chad Curtis, a single, started the inning. Rocha's got a walk. He's on at second, and another walk now to Martinez. Bases loaded. 1 down. Knobloch, an RBI single, couple of walks, and has flied out. Leadoff batter for the Yankees. And the first pitch is up high to him. Ball 1. Knobloch only .234 off lefties. He has had better numbers off right-handers this year. But a dangerous hitter. Contact hitter, as we said before. Bohannon behind here, 1-0. That one towards the hole. He's got a base hit. Curtis scores. Making the turn, Brocious. Throw to the plate. Tag. He's out of there. Bernard Gilkey. Brocious trying to score from second base. Thrown out by Gilkey. Yankees, though, get 1 run in. RBI. 7-4 lead on the hit by Knobloch.
This is a better charge than a throw. Watch Bernard Gilkey charging all the way, using that little shovel. That's the proper way that outfielders field that ball. They field it off to the side, shovel the glove to their right shoulder, and the throw's right on the money. That's a terrific play by Bernard Gilkey. Boy, that's a terrific play by Bernard Gilkey. The charge and the throw to get Brocious.
2 down. Runners are at first and second now. 2 away. RBI Knobloch's got 2 in the game, 29 on the year. And Jeter's up. 7-4 lead. Jeter single he scored his last time up ahead of the O'Neill home run. Bohannon's pitch is down low. Dudek responsible for that run. Eleven hits now for the Yankees. Outside corner strike. Tino Martinez, the lead runner at second baseman. And the Yankees are getting production out of this lineup, up and down the lineup. Everybody contributing offensively here tonight.
Up and down and on the bench.
Yeah.
All year long.
1-1 missed outside. Bohannon staying away on Jeter. Leaned up and looked. 2-1 strike count. Jeter's average up at 312 now. 4 Met pitchers in the game. Bohannon the 4th. 2-1. That one ripped center field base hit. Tino Martinez, he'll come around to score. McRae's got to come to second. And it's an 8-4 lead. Jeter an RBI single.
Right fielder Paul O'Neill.
The key play in this game was Jeter's last at bat, not this one. Change up from Bohannon, and the Yankees score their 8th run. They have scored in the last 5 innings. But had Al Leiter not pulled that muscle and had gotten to first before Jeter, you never know how this ball game would be at this particular point. That time it was a 4-3 Met lead.
Yeah. Bill Pulsiver is coming out of the bullpen now for the Mets. Lefty to face Paul O'Neill right after this from Toyota. See the damage done by the Yankees late in this ball game, as they've now jumped on top by a score of 8-4, and the Mets go to the bullpen again. And left-hander Bill Pulsiver will make his 3rd appearance. with the Mets, being called up on the 21st this week from Norfolk, where he started 14 games and was 7-5.
Now your emphasis switches to Al Leiter and his health.
Yeah.
And once again, the Mets cannot afford to lose Al Leiter. That'd be like losing Mike Piazza.
And Bill Pulsiver faces O'Neill with runners at first and third and 2 down. And if Leiter, in fact, has a problem that's going to keep him out, Pulsiver on the mound may be the one who stands in. Paul O'Neill for the Yankees, the big blow. 7th inning of this game. Mel Rojas' first pitch after coming out of the bullpen, deposited into the bleachers, a 3-run homer. Takes a second strike here. He's not been happy with Ed Rapuano all night and looks back again. Homer and a single, 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs for O'Neill. He now has a 5-game hit streak. .332 batting average, 58 RBIs. And a line that is short. Ray Ordonez is there. And that will do it. But for the Yankees, a couple of runs here in the 8th inning. They extend their lead to 8-4. Back to Shea after this from the Puerto Rico Tourism Department. Road record in baseball at 26-13. Win tonight and they would even their wins at home, 27. They've got the lead here. Joe Torre's club, of course, the best in the game right now. Their win percentage phenomenal. And they've got the 8-4 lead. Bernard Gilkey, Piazza, and Olerud are due up here against Mendoza, who has struck out 2 since coming on in relief. He's retired all 4 batters faced so far. Gilkey 1 for 3 with a single his first time up. And that pitch caught the umpire full. Ed Rapuano. That went right by Jorge Posada and caught Rapuano. One count.
Yeah, it appears to be all right. As you see, the left-hander Mike Stanton warming up in the bullpen.
1-1 delivered to Gilkey. Center field, Curtis. Mendoza gets the out one away. Fans, Ginsana is the all-natural energizer. Find the energy. Feel your Ginsana.
Talking about Mike Stanton, he went to the American League president, Gene Beauty, to his office today. As a matter of fact, Joe Torre went with him to testify. Maybe that's too strong a word. At the plunking of Eric Davis, the 5-game suspension is being appealed by Stanton. No decision was reached today, but it may be reached by the middle of next week.
So he'll be available throughout this series here, the Subway Series. Piazza had a double and scored in the 6th inning. 1 for 2 and a walk in the game for the Mets catcher. Inside to him and a 2-0 count. Mets have left only 3 on base in this game. They have used the long ball with 2 home runs in the 5th inning by McRae and Alfonso to get on the board here, but not a lot of base runners. Matarabu, the starter, and now Mendoza, who's the pitcher of record in relief. 3-0 delivery. Piazza takes a strike, 3-1. Yankees have had base runners on all night. They've left 7. They've gotten 8 of them home. 3-1 delivery. Piazza. 3-2. Down and away to him that time. Three-2 to Mike Piazza. The grounder towards third. Scott Brocious. 2 down here in the 8th inning.
First baseman John Olerud.
6 in a row have now been retired by Mendoza.
Whether it's true or not, in this age where everybody is talking about expansion pitching, things like that, the Yankees with 6 starters And you are seeing what kind of starter Mendoza could be. He started 11 times and won 4 out of 5 of those games. It's not that easy, and he's making it look easy.
What a great luxury. El Duque is going to be pitching here in this series. Orlando Hernandez, David Wells, of course, has been spectacular. Winning against Atlanta, a shutout. And they have great depth where you need it most. Olerud with a 2-strike count on him. Olerud is single, 1 for 3. See that average in June, 4 extra base hits in the month. That's been it for John. Down low, 1 ball, 2-strike count on Olerud. Olerud will be going back, of course, with the Mets to Toronto. Play Sky Dome against his former team. Strike 3 in the inside corner. Mendoza retires the side in order. He's done that for the last 2 innings and has retired all 7 he's faced. The Yankees up back after this from Dodge. Hernandez. It is under television rights granted by Sterling Doubleday Enterprises solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, or use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written consent of Sterling Doubleday Enterprises is prohibited. Any commercial or other use of the program, such as by charging admission for its showing, is likewise prohibited. Great to have you with us, everybody. A very exciting night. Lots of electricity. Bobblehead dolls. Can't get over it either. And a great first game here in this first of 3 of the Subway Series. The Yankees have the 8-4 lead. As we go to the 9th inning, Bill Pulsifer remains out. He's faced only 1 hitter. And Ricky Leday is the pinch hitter for Tim Raines. Or, yes, Leday. Came onto the scene in a flurry. And that one is up the middle for a base hit. So the bench work continues as well. Leday on. Picking up the single. For Leday, that'll be his first as a pinch hitter with the club. And the leadoff man is on. That's the 13th Yankee hit in this ballgame. Jorge Posada. 3 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored, double, 2 singles. Struck out his last time up. Batting .267, started at first base for Tino Martinez, then went behind the plate on a double switch when Martinez came back out to play at first. One-0 count. And Pulsifer bounces that one. 2-0. Mets obviously interested in watching Bill Pulsifer at every outing. I mean, really important here. Is Pulsifer going to be able to get back? Rise to some of the acclaim that came with him earlier. Expected to be in that rotation for the Mets. Liner to short. Ordonez goes to first in a hurry, not in time. Posada out of there, 1 down. Leday still on at first base.
3 Yankees have hit the ball hard against Bill. He's done the job, but he came in to face Paul O'Neill, who lined to short to end the 8th inning. And then the 28 hopper up the middle by Ricky Leday. Now the hard hit line drive. Boy, that Posada's had some at bats tonight, hasn't he?
He's hit the ball hard every time up. Chad Curtis, there's Posada. We'll have a 3 for 5 night. And an RBI and a start at first base. First time there. Catching now. Chad Curtis hitting .274 on the year. Curtis singled and scored in the 8th inning. They got him picked off. Pulsifer's move. Baerga the tag from Olerud. And Leday is gone. 2 down.
John could not get that ball out of his glove. I'm not too sure that Leday, that the foot wasn't in as the tag was made high by Baerga, because the ball beat him. Second base umpire Frank Pulley called him out. John with that double clutch. Nope, they had him easily, really.
Goes as a caught stealing since he was actually running. Swung on and missed by Chad Curtis. So 2 down, bases empty here in the 9th inning. And a 1-ball, 1-strike count on Curtis. Yankees 14-6 against left-handed starters coming into this game, and Al Leiter is the pitcher of record still for the Mets. Boy, that's the long term. We've not had any word on an update on Al Leiter. Had to leave the game with what looked like a groin pull when he went over to cover first base in the 7th inning. That is a major concern right now for Mets fans and the club. Curtis with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Leiter had won 6 in a row, as we said, coming into this, and could take his 4th loss against 9 wins in this game if the Mets do not come back here in the 9th. 1-2 delivery to Curtis from Pulsiver. That's up high off Piazza's glove. 2-2. Two-ball, 2-strike count. Left-handers delivery to Curtis to right field. Husky started in. He's got to back up on it. That will do it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. Mets get a shot at it. Bottom of the 9th, down by 4 after this from Budweiser.
9 innings they've scored. Mets Baseball 98 brought to you by Ford. Expect more, get more. Let your tri-state quality Ford dealers show you why there's more to afford. And by Ginkova. Sharpen your concentration with Ginkova, the natural supplement. Think better, think Ginkova. Well, the Mets and the Yankees are tied up again tomorrow at 1:15, a Fox telecast, and then ESPN on Sunday night. That game starting at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Bobby Jones will go tomorrow against Andy Pettit, the left-hander, and then El Duque, Orlando Hernandez on Sunday against Masato Yoshi. And our next game will be from Toronto next Thursday evening. The Blue Jays and the Mets on WWOR from Skydome.
Bottom half of the 9th inning. Mendoza's done the job. Mets have not been able to get on against him since he came on for Arabu in the 6th inning. He's retired all 7 batters faced, and he's got a chance to be the winner in this ball game. That's the luxury of having a reliever who can go so deep. Bill Pulsiver will just watch here after working an inning and a third, giving up 1 hit. Carlos Baerga leads it off and fouls it off. Strike 1 on Baerga. Baerga's had an 0 for 3 in the ballgame. That's with 6 hits in the game, 4 runs, 2 of them homers. Both solo shots, both coming in the 5th inning by McRae and Alfonso. Looper to left. Stays there and hauls it in. 1 down in the bottom of the 9th.
Right fielder Butch Husky.
By the way, folks, closed captioning of Mets baseball is brought to you by the company you count on wherever life takes you. General Motors, people in motion.
Butch Husky, the batter. Husky 1 for 3 with a single. Mendoza gets the swinging strike on him. The 107th meeting of these two teams. Yankees have a 61-44 edge over the years of baseball played. Down to third. Brocious knocks it down, took a big hop on him, guns it wide, way wide, off the facade. Martinez going over to get it. Husky will stay there.
A backhand and a ball that Scott Brocious usually feels. Probably be an error, the first error of this game, if it is an error. Scott Brocious leading the Yankees in errors with 11. This should be an error. I think he makes that play more often than not with Butch Husky, a slow runner, running.
No decision yet. Runner on, 1 down in the 9th, and McRae. Homered, struck out, and walked. Now they put the error up. Bounces away. Husky will stay at first here. Posada tracks it down.
Mets trying to get that tying run up there. They've won 9 games in their last at bat this year, but if they win this one, they will have earned it against perhaps the best bullpen in the American League.
Chopper, this could be trouble. Mendoza's got to hurry. Didn't get him. McRae with that big-time speed gets on. Husky goes to second. And the Mets have 2 on with 1 out.
Well, it all happened so innocently. An infield hit now for Brian McRae. And Mendoza can't get the ball out of his glove. Watch a double play. There. And that gives Brian McRae a chance to beat him.
Louis Lopez has been announced as the pinch hitter for Ray Ordonez. That brings Joe Torre out. They do have bullpen action, and he's going to make a change. So Mendoza will come out of the ball game. First hit off him, the only hit off him, in fact. He'll have a chance to win this game with an 8-4 lead for the Yankees. Back after this from Jeep and Eagle.
But the Mets with 2 on and 1 out here in the 9th inning. A fine job by Ramiro Mendoza, giving up only 1 hit in 2 2/3 innings of work. Mariano Rivera, 18 saves on the year and 21 tries. Mike Stanton with 5 saves for the Yankees. And Jeff Nelson, who was put on the disabled list this afternoon, has 2. One thing that hitters try to get Rivera to do is to get the ball down. That's the strange thing about Rivera facing this Met lineup after facing Mendoza, because Mendoza didn't throw a ball above the top of the thigh. And Rivera, to be effective, won't throw a ball below the top of the thigh. He'll throw it above it.
One of the game's real good closers. He is 5th in saves in the American League. 28 years old. Not many do much against him. Left-handers 185, right-handers 163. 2 on here for the Mets. Husky on at second base, McRae on at first. Louis Lopez is the pinch hitter. Mendoza's got a huge number of first batters faced. He's retired 19 of 23 first batters faced. 83%. That one misses. Ball 1 to Lopez.
I'm Lopez. I'd take a strike. Louis, the type of guy who would take a strike because he does not represent the tying run. Potential tying run is on deck. It's Matt Franco.
Franco out in the on-deck circle to pinch hit for Bill Pulsen. 1-0 count. Down to first. Martinez. 2 down. Runners move up, but does not get that potential tying run to the plate. Two away in the 9th inning. And the Yankees here in game 1 of the Subway Series need 1 more out.
Matt Franco.
Put this one in the W column. Matt Franco. Two for 18. And a pinch hitting role this season for the Mets. We go to the top of the order. Franco can keep it alive against Rivera. And the pitch is inside for a ball. 8-4. Leiter, the pitcher of record for New York. Mendoza, the pitcher of record for the Yankees. Mariano Rivera with a 1-0 count. 1-1.
That's the pitch that's hammerable, particularly for left-handed batters. That ball down around the knees. That ball upstairs, forget it.
1-1 pitch to Franco, missed inside. 2-ball, 1-strike count. One pitch foul back, and Rivera evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the Yankee fans are the ones making the noise now at Shea. Two-two delivery. 3-2 on Matt Franco.
Franco trying to fight his way on base to get that potential tying run up there.
Two down. Walked him. Bases loaded. He got that part of the job done. So not done yet.
Third baseman is Garnell Alfonso.
Outfielders are reminded, Jose Cardinal reminding the outfielders near the Yankee dugout, throw the ball to second base. Forget Matt Franco. Cardinal pushing Ricky Leday, the left fielder, and now Ricky's saying, oh, okay. They're trying to prevent the double. That's why Cardinal's pushing him back. Same with center and right.
Alfonso with the bases loaded. Fastballs up high from Rivera. Bottom of the ninth inning. Yankees leading it 8-4. One grand slam in his career. That fastball's there. 1-1. Husky reached on the error to Scott Brocious with one out to start this. McRae, the infield single. He's on at second. Franco at first. Strike two. 1-2 on Alfonso.
He's down in the zone. You may remember the home run by Alfonso off Irabu earlier. If he can catch up to that fastball down, that's his long ball area. Of course, this guy throwing about 95 miles an hour with that easy motion. He is awfully difficult.
1-2 count. Alfonso not going to go easily. Keeps that count at 1-2 on the foul ball.
Rivera has not given up a home run this year, and that's remarkable for a guy who throws high fastballs. That shows you how fast, with that easy motion, he throws.
Inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rivera 3 blown saves this year. Mendoza, chance to be the winning pitcher. Two count. Alfonso popped it up at the plate. Jorge Posada. Game over. And the Yankees take the first of the Subway Series. Paul O'Neill, a huge 3-run homer in the 7th inning. And the Yankees win it by a score of 8-4. We'll come back and wrap it up after this from Chrysler.
Kirby this evening through the first 6 innings, and the Mets with a 4-3 lead. And our Budweiser play of the game in the 7th inning with the Mets up by 1. 2 on, 1 out. The first pitch from reliever Mel Rojas to Paul O'Neill, hammered near the Bud Light sign. So that's our Budweiser play of the game as the Yankees win the first of 3 in this Subway Series. This has been a presentation of WWOR-TV, UPN 9 Sports. For Gary Thorne and all of our terrific crew, we wish you a good evening.